largely the document we have, and you can see the governor is clapping, is because it was heavily influenced by the local leaders in terms of the final document. And the reason is this, Your Excellency. Part of the complaint, and I have been a practitioner in this sector, although for a short time, part of the complaint in the local community across our country is that, Your Excellency, there was a feeling, and one quote that came from Turkana County was that there was a feeling at some point that the refugees were living a better life than the local community. And these persistent calls for equalizing the two communities, living side by side, sometimes feeling like the refugees had more food than them, they had better living conditions than them. The Shirika Plan, it is important for Kenyans to know that Shirika Plan is not a UNHCR plan. It is not a donor community plan. It is the plan for the government of Kenya. It is our own plan to make sure that we are bringing our citizens who are living side by side with refugees to a same level by integrating them and ensuring that we take advantage of the opportunities that comes with that integration for social, economic, and cultural inclusion. It is important, Your Excellency the President, because there are people out there who are running because of the misinformation. Some will say that this plan is intended to lead to political inclusion. It's important for them to know that this has nothing to do with whether or not refugees can become citizens of Kenya. Citizenship for the Republic of Kenya is defined by law and the Constitution. It has nothing to do with how we manage our refugees. The reality is that the refugees have been in this country since independence. But the highest number of refugees came to this country in 1992. We have people who have been in this country, born and bred in this country, for over 33 years, calling Kenya home. And they live in these refugee camps. Already, as we speak, we have done integration on matters of for health. We have done integration in areas that relate to education. We've done integration in financial inclusion. And we know that some banks, including Equity Bank, were among the first banks to go to do business within the refugee camp. So therefore, we are upscaling this process by ensuring that every development that goes on in the refugee camp, we take care of the local community. That is why this document speaks to environmental protection, because there's a complaint from the locals about environmental protection. It speaks to infrastructure, roads, the same way the governor has spoken about roads, to make sure that the development of infrastructure is done. It speaks about health facilities, to make sure that the health facilities that refugees access are equal to the ones that the citizens access, because sometimes there was a feeling that the local community are not accessing equal health care in the region. Therefore, Shirika Plan, for avoidance of doubt, is our plan, and it's a very beautiful plan. If fully implemented, Your Excellency, it will make sure that these areas that are hosting the refugees are developed to the level that is required and that is decent for every human being. This plan is not meant to exit the development partners and humanitarian players from the work they do. It is moving what they have been doing from humanitarian to development approach. And through this development approach, there will be meaningful and sustainable development in the country, but also the refugees will be properly utilized, and their potential is going to be properly utilized.